Namaste. Today we will talk about, we had these sessions on Neti Neti, the whole process of Neti Neti, who am I? Today we will talk about, this is going to be a very short video. Today we are going to talk about what is really this Neti Neti, what is the source of this Neti Neti, what is this Neti Neti and why this Neti Neti. Now before going to that, since Neti Neti is part of the Vedas and the Upanishads, let me just share a small background. So let us first, what is Vedas? See, Vedas are all ancient Hindu scriptures. They are all very deep knowledge scriptures about the self and the Brahman. They also talk about the creation of the universe. So the Vedas are about 4 types, and every Veda is having 4 parts. Because the question is, what is Vedanta? So in that Vedanta, the first word is Veda. Now there are 4 types of Vedas, and every Veda has got 4 portions. The first 3 portions are called Samhitas, Brahmanas and Aranyakas. The later portion, the last portion, is called the Upanishad. And hence, in answering this question, what is Vedanta? Vedanta is made up of 2 words, Veda and Anta. Veda means knowledge, so these scriptures, and Anta means an end. So the first answer for this Vedanta word is that the end, Vedanta is the end portion of the Vedas, that is the Upanishads. But that is not the true answer. Vedanta means, Veda means knowledge, Anta means an end. So Vedanta means an end of knowledge. So knowledge is not same as knowing, as I said in the earlier videos, and knowledge is not same as experiencing. So knowledge you can read about. So you can read about in the scriptures the description about Atman and Brahman, or there is description about many things that the Vedas and Upanishads talk about. Karmas, karma, dharma, heaven, hell. So all these terms, you can read about them in the scriptures. But they are all just descriptions about that particular thing. But that particular thing, as per the Vedas or as per the Upanishads, is an existential thing. For example, a flowering of the flower is an existential thing. The sunset or a sunrise is an existential thing. The emanation of the fragrance of the flower is an existential thing. You may be giving a name to that phenomenon. Same is the case with our soul and the Brahman. They are existential things. They are existential experiences. So they have to be within they have to be within our experience to know them what they really are. So if the Vedas and Upanishads are talking about the nature of the Atman and Brahman, we have to existentially experience what that Atman is. So reading about Atman or reading about Brahman will give us an intellectual knowledge. So intellectual knowledge is also important, to know about that concept, to know about that idea, to know about that thing, whatever that is, whether it is Atman or Brahman or Dharma or Jiva or Karma or whatever. But then eventually our knowledge should lead us to an existential experience. Then only it is meaningful. Otherwise we will only be talking about it on an intellectual level. So Vedanta means the end of uh, Veda or end of knowledge. As I keep on saying, the end of knowledge is the beginning of knowing. So each person has to lead towards or move towards an experiential thing. And hence we are coming back to that method called Neti Neti, or asking continuously, who am I? Now, uh, after the end of the Vedas is what is called Upanishads. So the literal meaning of Upanishad is sitting down under. So it is basically sitting down under near the Guru. And again, see, we are coming a new term called Guru. Guru is loosely being used for any expertise. So today we say he is a guru in finance, or he is a guru in taxation, or he is a guru in, let us say, artificial intelligence, or we'll say somebody is a guru in cyber knowledge, like that. So today the term guru is being used in a loose manner, but guru is a Sanskrit term. For instance, we have something called teacher. Then what is the difference between a teacher and a guru? See, teacher is concerned with something mundane. So the teacher is helping you for your professional knowledge, one that is helping you for your livelihood, for your bread and butter, for your, what we say, roti kapda or makan. But there is something called you, the real you. So what about discovering your true self? What about discovering yourself? Now, something concerning with that, there is a knowledge concerning with that. Now, the person, the individual who is helping you understand that knowledge, maybe on an intellectual level, is what is called guru. So, guru is again a Sanskrit word made up of two letters, gu and ru. So, it at the root it means the one who removes, the one who is capable of removing our inner darkness. See, for example, there is outer darkness, so this light will help us. But what about the psychological darkness? What about the inner darkness? We talked about the identity, that I am identifying myself with my body, with my mind, with my thoughts. Whereas the scriptures are saying, these so called Vedas and Upanishads are saying, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the thoughts, you are getting identified with them. That's why you are saying you are the body and you are the mind. And the scriptures are saying, no, you have to discover yourself to know that you are your soul, not your body. Soul is your unifying experience. That's what scriptures are saying. That is where we are coming to this thing called Neti Neti. This is part of the Upanishads. It is mentioned in many of the Upanishads. It is mentioned in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. It is mentioned in the Chandogya Upanishad. It is mentioned in one Gita called the Avadhut Gita. So it is mentioned in many of the scriptures. This method, which I said, it is not, um, it is not some kind of a, I mean, Neti Neti, who am I? Is not something that you will get an answer. It is a device that will lead you to the unknown. So, what is then this Neti Neti? What is then this Neti Neti? Neti Neti, the word again is a Sanskrit word. It means not this, not this. It means neither this nor that. So then we have to keep on asking this question in such a way that I have to negate what I am not. So it is a negation method, removing all that which you are not, and then ultimately what is left out. If it is that, then it is iti iti. That is you. That is you. Till that time, for instance, this you thing is such a uh, uh, I mean, it's not an easy thing. I say when in the Neti Neti thing, when I say me, what do I mean by me? Because the hand somehow, no matter what I do, it will fall on some part of my body. So let's say if it falls here and I say me, then the Guru will say, but that is not you. That is some part of you, some part of your body. So then who are you? So you have to negate that part. So you keep on negating yourself that you are not any part of you, then eventually it will lead to the last thing in you. The last thing in you is just the thought. And when that thought also in that process of Neti Neti disappears, you attain to a state called a no mind state, or a state of silent mind. In that silent mind, you will experience your soul. Then how will I know? Just like how you will know you had a headache and the headache has gone after taking some medicine. So who will know? You will know. In the same way, you will know the realization of your soul, and what is the byproduct of that realization. Then what is the second? Yeah, one is that you will know because it is an experience, same like you are experiencing sunrise, same like you are experiencing sunset, same like you are experiencing eating of a fruit. In the same way you will know even this experience too, but the byproduct of this, you will experience bliss, which can never be taken away from you. So this is that method, this method called Neti Neti. So remove everything that you are not, then it will ultimately lead you to that which you are. In a very small story, a man after death, a man of a great doing on earth, after death he reaches the God's palace, the God's home. It is a huge palace, and he says that I have achieved so many things. I have renounced everything. He said, I renounced my kingdom, I renounced my wealth, I renounced my family, I renounced my friends. So he counts all parts of his renunciation, and he says that I did all these things and I'm a great achiever on the planet Earth. So let me go in. One of the gatekeepers of God's palace says you are not allowed. So he inquires why, because when I have done so much, when I have achieved so much, why you are not allowing me to go in? He says, if you are carrying anything with you from the earth, you are not allowed. You shouldn't carry anything with you. He says, you see, I don't have anything, I am not carrying anything. You can see my bag. I have very small one or two clothes. I have my Rudraksh mala, I have my saffron clothes with me, except that I don't have anything. You see my bag is empty. But he says, the gatekeeper says, forget about meeting the God, forget about going inside. The first and foremost precondition is you have to drop your I there on earth, but you are carrying your I. So, who am I? In this question, which is a translation to Neti Neti, I am not this, not this. It is basically a question which is leading you to, I said, to your silent mind. In this who am I thing, there is something called this I. How to drop that I. So this whole process is how to drop that I. So the gatekeeper is saying to this gentleman, you have come whatever all that you have done, it is okay, but you are not allowed inside for the simple reason you are still carrying your I in you or with you. Please go back and drop that I, and when you are free from that I, then you can come back and then you are allowed to taken in. So this is that Neti Neti. This is the process of discovering who we truly are, and that can never be discovered until and unless that I is dropped. So that I is a metaphor for that ego center, that the the sense of the wrong self, not the true self. The true self will give you bliss, but the sense of wrong self will give you only unhappiness or sadness. And hence, this method embedded in the Upanishads called Neti Neti to discover who truly we are. So it is a method to discover my true self. So it is an inner method, not an outer method. So before concluding, I want to read my own words when it comes to this Neti Neti or the who am I process. Before ending, I would like to read my words. Who am I or this Neti Neti is not a question. There is no answer. All answers supplied by your mind are wrong. It is a device to lead you into the unknown. The question is dropped, the questioner is dropped, only the silence of the no mind is left. In that silence, there is no question, no answer. There is no known, there is no knower, no known, but only knowing and only experiencing. In the silence of the no mind, you have an existential experience. That thoughtless awareness is awakening. So this is that Neti Neti. This Neti Neti process of negation of who I am not will lead me to who I am truly is. So that is it today. I said it is going to be a very short video. One more last thing. Today in Maharashtra, it was the last day for casting your vote. I am 100% sure you all have casted your oaths. So these scriptures talk about dharma. There is something called uh, dharma also means a duty. So there is something called we all have it. We not only have a duty to know our true self, the Atman, and also the Brahman, but we in our mundane life we also have a responsibility towards the Rashtra Dharma. What is that? To choose a government, a capable government, which can give us better governance. So we all have that responsibility towards as a Rashtra Dharma. So we'll have to choose leaders who give us better governance and a leader who will lead us towards better India. So as citizens, this is our responsibility to cast our votes. So please do not forget to cast your votes. So that is it for today. We'll again discuss. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening.